Hey there, today I'm going to talk about a very efficient and highly recommendable technique to speak English fluently and confidently or to improve your soft skills or communication skills, right? So this is very a small technique which is very useful and a lot of us has benefited with this technique. Trust me on this, guys, and you are also going to get benefited out of it. So please watch my video to know what is this 1 minute technique which will help you to improve your communication skills and your English and make it better and better in your fluency and your confidence. This is called a just a minute technique, which is also known as jam. I'm going to talk about this in a bit, but before that, guys, I have been into IT industry and I have been into IT recruitments and HR department for over 10 years, and now I am into training and development. So I do a lot of training stuffs, soft skills and personality training. So those things I have been doing now. Now, the purpose of this video or coming up on YouTube is to help you guys who don't have much access to soft skills training or personality development trainings, to help you guys, to cater you guys to make sure that you also get benefited from industry experts and know what is there in the industry and you don't miss on anything, right? So there are a lot of big colleges and big companies, when they take you or when you get admissions there, you get a lot of soft skills training and personality development trainings. But if you're not that lucky enough to get to these companies where you get a lot of soft skills training or personality development training, so don't worry, I am here to guide you. So stick to my channel, do subscribe my channel, like, share my videos so that you get benefited out of it without taking any professional course or without relying on your company or college. Okay, so let's get back to the topic, which is just a minute technique. Now guys, this is a very efficient technique, as I've already told you. This just takes 1 minute of your time. So try to dedicate 1 minute every day for this activity. I'm just talking about 1 minute every day for this activity. And trust me on this, at the end of the month, probably you will notice the difference in your speech, in your level of communication, in your body language, in your fluency, in your confidence. Okay? Now, I'll give you a little background on this, why I have come up with this technique to share with you. Now, it also happened with me. मेरे साथ भी ऐसा हुआ था. मेरे घर पे कोई अंग्रेजी बोलने वाला नहीं था. I thought of everybody says कि प्रैक्टिस करो, प्रैक्टिस करो, प्रैक्टिस करो, बट कोई तो होना चाहिए प्रैक्टिस के लिए, राइट? मम्मी पापा से मैं बात नहीं कर सकती थी, सिबलिंग्स से या कोई और कजन्स वगैरह से, व्हेन यू फील हेजिटेंट, मतलब थोड़ा सा हेजिटेशन होती है कि कैसे जाकर बात करें इंग्लिश में, पता नहीं वो हंसेंगे क्या मुझ पर, पता नहीं, मैं इतनी कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हूँ, अभी तो मैं सीखा भी नहीं है मैंने, ऑल दीज थिंग्स यूज्ड टू कम इन माई माइंड एज वेल. सो व्हाट आई डिसाइडेड टू डू इज़ कि कोई नहीं, मैं किसी से बात नहीं करूँगी, आई विल टॉक टू माई सेल्फ ओनली, राइट? सो व्हाट आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग इज़ कि मेरी टीचर को मैं इमिटेट करने लगी. जैसे मेरी टीचर स्कूल में बोर्ड पे चौक वॉक लेकर के पढ़ाती थी, आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग दैट वाइल स्टडिंग. कुछ भी लेसन पढ़ा मैंने या कुछ भी क्वेश्चन आंसर पढ़ा, आई स्टार्टेड राइटिंग इट एंड सेइंग इट लाउडली ऑन माई ओन. तो मैंने वैसे स्टार्ट किया. एंड दिस टेक्निक इज ऑल्सो वेरी सिमिलर टू दिस व्हाट आई यूज्ड टू डू when I was in school. Now, I'll tell you how to practice this 1 minute technique. What you can do is, you just have to speak for 1 minute on any given topic which you choose. Okay, now for example, let's take a topic. I'll take one topic, I'll give an example. Like, I'll take a topic which is who is your favorite celebrity, or who is your favorite celebrity, or what is your favorite sport, or what is your hobby. So probably I'll take what is my hobby. So I'm going to speak impromptu. I have not prepared this, so I'm going to speak impromptu on the spot right now. So my favorite hobby is to read books. I read a lot of books. I generally read books which are very, into detective stories and all those. So I like those thriller concept, and I love those stories which are into, detective novels and all. So I used to read those. Now, lately what happened, I started thinking of changing my, reading habits, and I started reading novels which were more into motivation and motivational novels and all. So I started taking up those novels from the stores, and then I started picking up and I started reading those novels as well, right? And what I like about reading is I get to know a lot of vocabulary and a lot of new sentences and new words, and a lot of new ways of speaking and constructing sentences. Now guys, I think my 1 minute is over. So you understood, no, I was not prepared for this, so I was little thinking and saying about things, which is fine. First attempt, probably it will be not very good for you, but the only thing which you have to keep in mind, or which is the thumb rule, is don't stop. Okay, you can take a pause, you can do all these things, but don't stop talking. You have to talk. Okay, the second thumb rule is, when you're practicing this, is don't repeat your sentences. Just to complete that 1 minute, please don't repeat your sentences. You try to bring new sentences and new ideas into your conversation. Okay, so that is why I told you that whichever topic is your favorite, or whichever thing is your favorite, you know a lot about that thing, you start speaking about that. Now the hobby is something which you are interested in doing, right? आप रोज वो उसको करते हो, आपको खेलना पसंद है, आप खेलते हो रोज, आपको बुक पढ़ना पसंद है, आपको मूवी देखना पसंद है, व्हाटएवर, आपको कुकिंग पसंद है, आप उसके बारे में ही बात करो. यू नो अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स अबाउट इट, राइट? तो आप उसके बारे में 1 मिनट तो बात कर सकते हो. सो ट्राई टू स्पीक इन इंग्लिश, okay, and don't stop and don't repeat sentences or your ideas. That is a thumb rule. Now, second thing, the second stage, you have spoken about it. तो पहला अटेम्प्ट बहुत अच्छा नहीं होगा गाइज. हाँ, थोड़ा सा आपको अपने थॉट्स रखने में प्रॉब्लम होगी. थोड़ा सा हो सकता है कि आपके दिमाग में कुछ आए ना कि क्या मैं बोलूँ, और ये वो व्हाटएवर या बहुत अच्छी चीज़ें नहीं आएंगी आपको, बट प्रॉबेबली ट्राई टू मेक श्योर दैट यू कंप्लीट दैट 1 मिनट. अब क्या करना है, सेकेंड स्टेज में आपने जो बोला है उसको नोट डाउन करो कि आपने क्या बोला है, राइट? अब उसको आप और रिफाइन करो. ओके, तो 1-2 सेंटेंसेस और उसके अराउंड 1-2 आइडियाज़ और लेकर आओ. जैसे मैंने बोला कि मुझे थ्रिलर नॉवेल्स बहुत पसंद है, डिटेक्टिव सॉर्ट ऑफ नॉवेल्स बहुत पसंद है, तो मैं वो पहले पढ़ती थी. अब मैं मोटिवेशनल नॉवेल्स ज़्यादा पढ़ती हूँ, राइट? अब मैं उसमें ऐड कर सकती हूँ कि एवरीडे मैं कितनी देर रीडिंग करती हूँ, पहले कितनी देर रीडिंग करती थी, अब कितनी देर रीडिंग करती हूँ. या फिर मैं उसमें ऐड कर सकती हूँ कि कौन से ऑथर की बुक मैं पढ़ती हूँ, या कौन सी बुक मुझे सबसे अच्छी लगी थी जब मैंने पढ़ी थी. तो दीज थिंग्स वी कैन बिल्ड अप द स्टोरी. सो 3-4 और आइडियाज़ आप उसमें जोड़ो, एंड देन अगेन यू स्टार्ट स्पीकिंग अबाउट इट. 1 मिनट के लिए फिर से आप उसमें बोलो. अब आपने लिखा हुआ है वो, यू हैव दोज आइडियाज़ अराउंड, यू बिल्ड द आइडियाज़. 4-5 आइडियाज़ आपने बिल्ड कर दिए है उसके अराउंड. अभी आपको इमिजिएटली सोच के नहीं बोलना है, राइट? सो नाउ स्टार्ट डूइंग दैट. ओके, नाउ let me try. I'll tell you how. So my favorite hobby is reading books. I used to read a lot of thriller and detective books. Okay, now recently I've started developing this habit of reading books which are more into motivation and motivational sort of, or which tells you something, gives some meaning to your life, like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I really read this. I have read this novel, which is very good. I have read this author called Paul Coelho, and I appreciate his work as well. I like his work, and I do a lot of reading, so I dedicate every day, at least I dedicate 15-20 minutes now to read something. Okay, so that I get some inspiration or some motivation out of it, or I learn something new out of it. So that is why I give some time to reading, and it has helped me a lot, guys. Trust me, I am still learning and I'm still making others learn to have this skill or to develop the skill of reading, writing, speaking, okay, and overall personality development. And this one of this things or reading books have helped me with this a lot. So see, so I've started adding more of some, the content or ideas, and I've started speaking on that, right? So it's little better than the previous one. Now the third stage, what you can do is, which is a very important one, and probably in the first step also you can add this. I mean, it doesn't matter much. So what you can do is, you have to, when you're speaking, you just try to record it. Okay, and guys, one more thing, when you are speaking for 1 minute, please put the timer on. You have to have a stopwatch or your voice recorder on for 10 times. You have to set the timer for 1 minute, and then you have to speak. Now coming to the third point, which is, once you started speaking, you record it on your camera if you want to record, or in your voice recorder if you want to record, or you can speak in front of the mirror. All the three works, but if you're speaking in front of the mirror, I will recommend you can put on your voice recorder and register your voice also there. I'll tell you why. Now, when you'll go back and start looking at it, hearing your voice and looking your body language, you will understand what improvement you need. Okay, how is your body language, how you're speaking, what is your mouth movement, tongue movement, hands movement, or everything else, where you're stammering, where you're falling short of words, or where you're falling short of sentences. So you'll get to know everything, and that is the best part. In the mirror also, when you're speaking, you can always see your expressions, and you can just try to be a little more better every time, right? But recording is more important, so you can hear it and you can just improvise on that. And trust me, guys, you record it every day, and at the end of the month, when you hear your first recording, you will notice the difference. And this is my promise. Okay, so start practicing this and let me know in the comment section what topic you have chosen for this jam session, and how did it help you to improve your English fluency and your confidence. Okay, bye bye.